Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Just when I think we're out, just when I think we're finally done talking about Star Wars, The Acolyte, ladies and gentlemen, they just bring us back in. We just can't get away from it because if these actors and actresses involved with these projects would just shut up and color, just do their job, talk nice to the fans, go out there and go, yeah, we loved it, it was a great experience, yada, 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 and just move on, we wouldn't be saying anything anymore. We wouldn't be talking about any of this stuff anymore, but they keep going on out there. They keep getting into more of these articles. They keep opening their mouths and saying more and more dumb things. And the best part about all of this is not only are they talking about all the toxic fans out there and all the ists and the phobes and everything else, but they're blasting Disney for not doing enough to protect them from all of the toxic people online. Oh, you poor dear sweet things. If it's really that bad, did you know there's an off switch for your phone? Did you know you don't have to go on social media if you don't want to? I know, strange concept in the modern era, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately enough for all of us out there, they don't do that. So they keep on saying absolutely incredibly dumb things, and we're here to talk about it, laugh at them, make fun of them, and ridicule these people. So ladies and gentlemen, we're taking this article from IGN.com, getting all of the juicy details and see exactly what she has to say about Disney not doing enough to protect from toxic fans. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing around here, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, check out the links in the description down below if you'd like to help support the channel, and as well, leave us a comment while you're down there. Let us know, what do you think about this? Do you believe these people would just shut up and color? Everything would go away so much more quickly, but these people just continue putting their mouths out there? Or do you agree that Disney should be doing more to protect from all of the toxic fans online? Well, let us know what you think about all that in the comment section down below. So, from IGN.com, The Acolyte star slams Disney for not defending the cast against racism. It's really unfair. Oh, these poor elites. They get paid all of this money and have all these people that are fawning around them all of the time. Oh, the words online, they hurt them. Jodie Turner-Smith is the latest to respond to the fallout from Star Wars: The Acolyte's run. Yes, the lowest watched Disney Star Wars product of all time that was going to be the gayest Star Wars ever got canceled less than a month after its finale premiered, and yeah, has the lowest audience score of any Star Wars project of all time. Yes, it's rated worse than the Christmas special, boys and girls, the holiday special. Disney's latest live-action Star Wars series was canceled after one season earlier this year, a decision that has ushered in a variety of fan campaigns to see the story of Osha May and the Stranger and more continue. Oh yeah, how have those gone? How have those gone? Kind of reminds you of getting the Riva lightsaber funded. You know, if they were just so passionate, if only they would have showed up to watch the series, maybe Disney wouldn't have canceled it. But Turner-Smith is also holding the company accountable for its silence on the online harassment received by its star and much of its openly racist. They've got to stop doing this thing. They don't say anything when people are getting fucking dogpiled on the internet with racism and bullshit. Turner said in a recent interview with Glamour, "It's just not fair to not say anything. It's really unfair." Oh, yes, Disney didn't come out and put up a big old statement backing you up and supporting you because of some kind of imagined backlash, which, by the way, receipts, please, because trust me, anybody in the fellowship who has any of these kind of issues will, or goes out there and talks about any of this kind of stuff, will definitely provide the receipts. So please, provide the receipts. Yeah, haven't seen any of those just yet. But needless to say, even in the past when you've provided quote-unquote receipts, like, it was ridiculous, and it was really, really pathetic what you guys were crying and whining about it here. And honestly, at the end of the day, the show was just crap. Right? The show was absolute crap. It made no sense whatsoever. It was nothing more than whammon power nonsense. I mean, the power of one, the power of two, the power of many. Yeah, I wonder why that didn't bring in a lot of Disney's actual Star Wars fans in any way, shape, or form. It would just be nice if the people that would have all the money were showing their support and putting their feet down. Say this is unacceptable. You're not a fan if you do this. Make a really big statement just to see if any money leaves. I bet you it won't, because people of color, and especially black people, make up a very large percentage of buying power. They might find that it's actually more lucrative for them, but everyone using woke like it's a dirty word. Well, there we have it, boys and girls. She openly admits that the Acolyte was absolutely woke and was all about diversity, inclusion, and equity. And guess what? Just like we found out during the Star Wars era with John Boyega and Disney shrinking him on the poster to appease good old Chinese audiences out there. You were never, ever anything more than a virtue signal. That was it. They don't care about your skin color. They thought that maybe, that you were right, that you were going to bring in a new audience with all of this kind of nonsense. Except that failed miserably, because you can tell a good story with an agenda. Captain Planet's a cartoon from a lot of us as kids. Obviously had an agenda. Fern Gully, an excellent movie, obviously had an agenda and a story. But when you concentrate on all of that and don't think that you need any actual merit to be able to write a good story, and you hire people strictly based on immutable characteristics and not the content of their character and the quality of the work that they can bring you, then you're going to have this. And all the shields in the world that you use with gay and black and everything else are not going to be able to hide or cover up the fact that your show was just straight dog shit. And that's why it got canceled. It had nothing to do with the color of your skin or where you stick your genitalia, because we do know you guys all think that that's the most important thing on the planet. No, all we care about is a good quality story. And that's what brings in everybody, including those toxic fans like all of us. So, of course, Disney has not yet responded to IGN's request for comment on the Turner-Smith statement. Color us shocked there. And, of course, they go on to talk about what really sparked all of this Acolyte nonsense is, of course, Amanda Steinberg's released a song on Juneteenth, her diss track, which was absolutely cringe and absolutely ridiculously bad. It was just so bad. And this sparked all of this. Because that's the thing. If these people would just keep their mouths shut and not say anything about any of this and not go out there and attack fans or put out a diss track, then we wouldn't say anything about them. We'd strictly be attacking Kathleen Kennedy, Disney, Star Wars, Lucasfilm, and the creators and the writers behind this, including Leslie Headland, Harvey Weinstein's former assistant, who was responsible for The Acolyte. Okay? Because they're the ones that created this. But then you go out there and open your mouth and say something stupid, and we're going to call you out for it. We're going to ridicule you, and we're going to be critical of what you say. Because, guess what? I love the example that I like to give of The Little Mermaid, right? I never said squat about the actress because she never opened her mouth and said really anything stupid, like so many of you people had out there. This is so absolutely insane. So, of course, they bring up Moses Ingram with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and they go all the way out to the sequel trilogy with John Boyega, which, honestly, personally, I think John Boyega got absolutely screwed in that story. He should have been a Jedi, just like Rey. But, oh, no, it had to be all about Kathleen Kennedy and her self-insert of just another brunette that Kathleen Kennedy can identify, so that way she can imagine herself as the story and the hero of the story, so it has to be all wham and power everything. And, yeah, John Boyega ended up getting screwed. And we already talked about the whole shrinking him on the thing. So Turner-Smith's comments also come in the length of a lengthy Variety article about how studios at large are dealing with toxic fandoms. The measures outlined by Variety sources, including putting their stars through social media boot camp and conducting screenings with a specialized cluster of superfans to assess what kind of marketing might spur fans to retaliate. Oh, I don't know. How about going, it's the gayest Star Wars ever? You think that might cause a little bit of backlash? I wonder what happened with that one. But Turner-Smith is hopeful, at least, the winds of online discourse will eventually move elsewhere. Yeah, if you shut up and stop saying anything, I had no desire to do another Acolyte video. But oh, no, you just can't help yourself. Open your mouth, insert foot, and now we're right back here. Opinions change. What's in vogue changes. We're going to get there at some point. To that people stop having to stick up their arse about people of color being about part of IPs that were created by white people. You know why? Because we're never going to fucking stop participating. And nobody ever said that. I actually remember growing up during the 90s when racism wasn't really a thing anymore. Nobody cared. But boy, something changed in the late 2000s. I wonder what changed about that. And somebody brought all the race hustling back to the forefront and gave us the seeds for this foundation. I can't possibly remember what happened in '08 that would have caused that. But boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, color us shocked there. Of course, Disney isn't doing enough for its stars to protect them from all of the toxic online fan racism. And they were never going to, because they don't care. You were nothing more than a shield and an excuse to have a shield for their crappy writing and poor ability to storytell, Leslie Headland, in any way, shape, or form. You were nothing more than ever a diversity hire. You're not a very good actress to begin with. So needless to say, this is what happens. You had a crappy story. You had way too much $300 million set on flames, with this television series, and because it had to be promoted as the gayest Star Wars ever, and it failed miserably. It has nothing to do with people not liking black people. If that was the case, Creed would not be a very successful franchise out there as a spinoff of the Rockyverse with, guess what? A black character as the main lead. No, your show is crap, your show is garbage, and it was canceled. And no matter all the cries about racism and Disney not doing enough, welcome to reality. Disney never cared. You were nothing more than a virtue signal, and a woke-driven Star Wars show was always going to fail. And you admitted it yourself, that it was a woke Star Wars show. And guess what? Go woke, go broke. Your show's over, and all the cries of racism will not bring it back from the dead.